Hello again, guys and girls, and my heartfelt apologies for not putting a video up for a very long time. My health unfortunately has taken a bit of a turn for the worse, but anyway, can't let things like that get you down, so let's crack back on. So I am continuing doing my turbo outlet for my exhaust for the 1UZ project, and like I was saying in the other videos, if you're doing pie cuts, we want to do pie cuts on your exhaust and you haven't got all the fancy technology, you've just got a grinder and some skill. Well, I ain't got no skill, but anyway, if you want to call it that, cut your jig one to exactly how you want it, put a slice in it, put it on there, and line up your lines wherever they are. Can't find them, there they are. Line up your lines, and there you are. You can cut all your pie sections. As you know, I've had the elbow done, and I've recently purchased some, no other way to put it, but some stainless steel flux core wire, because obviously I've only got this epoxy little 80 amp MIG welder. Saying that though, I say epoxy, it's done everything so far and it's bloody good. Warm it up with a torch and that, but so far so good. It's just some cheap Chinese flux core stainless steel 0.9mm wire that I bought, and it just makes life a lot easier when it comes to fabbing all these bits and pieces up. And depending on how well I get on with it, I might actually weld all of it up with it, see how it gets on. I can always take it off and redo it again or make a new one, it's not a problem. But yeah, the show must go on. I will get this one cut and I'll show you how far I've got so far. This pie section, and as you can see, it's not the best cut in the world. It's a bit of a little bit of a gap there, but I shall just grind it out and do whatever. But ultimately this one needs to sort of rotate about 45 degrees that way, so yeah, just a little bit of cleaning up and then I can get this one tacked on and I'll show you what I'm doing. But like I say, doesn't matter if you don't get it perfect, you know, you can always work it. You know, at the end of the day, you haven't got all the professional tools, so you just got to do the absolute best you can with what you got. So there you go. Alright guys, so this is as far as I've got so far. This elbow's pretty much done. Please excuse the welds and epoxy at them, but there we go. This is kind of the shape that you'll need. Let's try and get round this section down here, which is I can get to it, that little bump there, and you can just see the silver part there is the engine mount, and with that sort of shape that does sort of kick around and misses it all. I might not even have to clearance the pipe for it, so, and there we have it. It's a bit hard to see, sunlight's in the way. It goes straight down, it is tight as previously mentioned, but it's all going to be heat wrapped anyway. But as you can see, it goes down, kicks round, and then all I've got to do now is get it out to where that little bit of daylight is. As you might just be able to see it, it's not the best view, but just below where the yellow orange transmission fluid level stick is, you can just see the bit of grass down there. So I've just got to connect it up, go around and face out down that hole, and then it will mean getting out underneath the car and finishing the rest. Right, sorry for the sun guys, but it's actually a really nice day today where I am. No, sun's out, not so much cloud, so yeah, here we go. Right, this is how far I've got so far. Right, so again, as you know, my welds ain't fantastic, but I've done a leak test on them. I'll clean them up and go over them again if I need to, but this is just a mocking up sort of stage. But as you can see, 3.5 inch pipe. It does go in there. You do have to remove this callback just to give yourself a bit of room, because you need to sort of kind of twist and maneuver it in there. But as you can see, it does fit through. Little bit of a trick which I didn't want to do, but I have done it just to give myself a bit more room. This pipe is, once I welded it up, I did squash it in the vise just to oval it a little bit, just to give you a bit more room to get down there. And then it's, at the moment it's just finishing. Where is it finishing? Something to get down there for all these fittings in the way, but just there you can see where it's finishing. So I've just got to go over this point here, which is the aluminium subframe, and then obviously through to that little outlet there. So not too much further to go. But this is the trickiest bit. What you have to kind of do is you have to sort of go down and straighten out. Then you have to sort of kink it up ever so slightly, follow it up a bit further, and then straighten it back out again. The reason for that is you need to sort of dive sort of down underneath these two, but then you also need to come back up, because directly underneath here is your subframe mount, engine mount, just under here. So you have to sort of dive down and sort of kick it back up, and then sort of kick it back over to the left, and then start sending it out through that hole there. Don't know how much further I'll get with it today. I do really need to get the car up in the air and out of the way, so I can kind of get a visual representation from underneath to see where it's going to. But so far, I know my welding's not great anyway, but that stainless steel flux core gasless wire seems it does the job. It does a nice, it flows nicely as well. So yeah, if you got yourself your little £100 gasless welder and you want to do stainless steel, you can do it. It's not very neat, but this is all going to get wrapped anyway, so I ain't too fussed about that. As long as it don't leak and don't split on me, that's the main thing, but only time will tell. And yeah, I think once I've got that far, I just need to put me wastegate outlet into there somewhere. I'll personally, so I think I will just route it straight into that downpipe, so literally from here straight through into there. It's a bit of a, kind of hard to see, but it should go. Put a bit of a flex on there just for any heat movement. But so far so good. It's slowly getting there. We will get there eventually. So I think that'll be all for today. As again, like I said before, sorry I haven't posted any videos, and sorry this one ain't really too interesting, but I will hopefully get some more uploaded in the future. Thanks for watching, guys and girls, and I'll catch you soon.